If the 2020 Minnesota Vikings are indeed in fire sale mode, if you're gonna play the fire sale, boy, then you gotta learn to play it right. You got to burn this mother down. Right, so if the Vikings are going to do it, they better start unloading some veterans with bloated contracts who will not be part of the future, but could still just bring just a little bit, just a little modicum of value to a team that's in a playoff chase as of right now before that upcoming trade deadline. Enter Riley Reiff. It's not Enter Sandman, it's Enter Man Who Moves Like He's in Sand. Whatever. So he turns 32 in December, 23rd overall pick in 2012 draft. The one of two tackles taken in the first round that year. I don't know who the other one was. 5 years with the Lions, and then signed with the Vikings in 2017 for stupid money. Stupid money. Ridiculous. And he is the prime meridian of NFL left tackles. He is perfectly average. He is not flashy. He is, but he gets it done. But you could do worse, but you could certainly do a lot better. He is absolutely the ham and cheese sandwich for lunch. And I'm not even talking about like hot ham and cheese on a cold winter day. No, I'm just talking about straight up ham, American cheese, Wonder Bread, sweaty ass day. It's fine. He's a quintessential Iowa offensive lineman, just fine. Not great, not bad, fine. Yeah, and then Riley Reiff did take a $5 million pay cut this offseason as the Vikings gave him the ultimatum, taking his base salary from $10.9 million down to $5.9. So that would be super appealing in a trade. But also factor in, homeboy has been balling. Well, Riley Reiff balling. So Reiff is currently the 16th rated left tackle in the NFL in pass blocking grade via PFF. Also, he's only allowed 5 pressures in pass blocking as well as 0 D'Angelo Russell sacks. So that's great. To put that in perspective, that has the same number of pressures and sacks as David Bakhtiari, the left tackle that the media just like over, right? Even though they never call him for false starting and holding in this weird... Anyways, whatever. So Riley Reiff is playing great. And all that being said, I don't see a future here with Riley Reiff and the Vikings. Like we said, he turns 32 in December, as well as his base salary of $11.65 million next offseason is not guaranteed. And they're probably not going to get to the point where, hey, take a pay cut. I think Riley Reiff will just take his walking papers and test his mettle somewhere else. And also, there could be some bad blood between him and the team because it is a business. But also, you're going to do this to me, man. You come to me and right before the season starts, right at the end of training camp. You want to throw down the gauntlet. Okay, I'll remember that. Also, Ezra Cleveland at left tackle one time, you cowards. Or Penny Sewell. I don't know. Either way, it works out for me. So trade him to a contender. And, two teams do come to mind. Cowboys and the Titans. So Dallas just recently lost all-pro left tackle Tyron Smith to neck surgery. Now, he had missed off and on through most of the season, but he's done. He's up on blocks, but it's really unfortunate. Dallas has a huge power vacuum now at that left tackle spot. Titans just lost their all-world left tackle Taylor Lewan to an ACL. Cowboys, even without Dak, are never out of playoff contention just because of the NFC least. So even though it's Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, they're still going to be interesting. And even they might win the division at 7-9, and that's no cap at all. And as of right now, their left tackle is 2019 UDFA Brandon Knight. So, okay, sure. Riley Reiff for a 2-1 time. Jerry loves to make big splashy moves. Also, Riley Reiff, rock solid. He knows this. We know this. Everyone knows this. Plug him in. Block for Zeke. Give the Red Rifle a little bit of time on his blind side to hit Amari and Gallup and CeeDee Lamb. This could work. It could work out. So Taylor Lewan, Tennessee. That one's a little bit different. Now, Tennessee's obviously in a much better position than the Cowboys in the macro scheme of things. And also, they're frankly just a better team. But with Taylor Lewan out, that's a big hole. So veteran Ty Sombrello filled in, he also filled in some time in the Vikings game when Lewan went out with a quick injury. And also, they do have veteran swing Dennis Kelly at that right tackle spot. And also, they do have a first-round pick Isaiah Wilson out of Georgia, who is a right tackle. So maybe they put the kin at right tackle. Maybe they put Kelly in at left tackle over Sombrello. Kelly is the better player. Theoretically, left guard Roger Saffold did start his career as a left tackle with the Rams. So they do have options in-house. none of them are really great. So Reiff would be an upgrade over Sambrello. He would be an upgrade over Dennis Kelly at that left tackle spot. And also, never rule out the, hey, this guy played well against us scouting, because Reiff did have a good game against the Titans. He had his second best pass blocking grade of the season against Tennessee, only allowed one pressure against Clowney and company. Clowney had been racking up a ton of pressures coming in. Jeffrey Simmons ended up doing all the pressuring, but I digress there. Also, throwing a little bit bonus, so Mitchell Schwartz of the Chiefs went down on Monday afternoon with a back injury, TBD. What happens to severity there? And hell, if the Chiefs are loading up, they ain't taking no flack. They're looking to repeat. So if Mitchell Schwartz misses some times, maybe they do pick up Riley Reiff to play that right tackle spot. Reiff has a year of right tackle experience back in Detroit. Also, it would bring him back together with old Vikings teammate Mike Remmers, who's playing guard for them. Just great. Cool. But also, all this just makes too much sense. So if the Vikings is indeed a fire sale, do it right, damn it. Plus, you have two teams in Dallas and Tennessee who are in the hunt and need a left tackle. Use that leverage. Get a second rounder that you lost in the unique trade, as well as offer to pay the bulk of Reiff's remaining salary this year. So have him go to the other teams for just $1 million on this season. So that'll help with their cap. That'll help with their cash flow. And all of a sudden, that becomes a little bit more valuable. Maybe you get a 2 and a 7 out of it, or something ridiculous like that. And then you play Ezra at left tackle, or you play Blake Brandel, the 6th-round pick out of Oregon State, at left tackle, just to see Schrodinger's left tackle. See what the kids can do. If they're good, fine. If they're bad, whatever. You know that you need to address that in the draft, because I just don't see a point of just sticking it out with Riley Reiff. Okay, he plays average for a couple of games. Okay, the Vikings still go 6-10, and then he's not part of the future. You're not going to pay him $11.65 million next year, so you just cut him, and then you get 0 compensatory picks. You get 0 compensation. You get nothing. So what is the point? So strike while the iron is hot now before the trade deadline. Flip him to a contender. You could probably leverage out some really decent trade capital, and then you can use that to stockpile, draft offensive line, draft quarterback, do whatever coming up. So do it. End of times for Riley Reiff. And also, ironically, his pay cut makes him way more tradable and way more valuable for the Vikings. So there you go. But your thoughts? Trading Riley Reiff to Dallas or Tennessee? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. I'll support that work. Post some in the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.